guys, welcome back to my channel. Lex here, and I'm about to show you guys how I created this wig. I added a bunch of dimension and highlights to this unit. I also made the unit and put the frontal, all that good stuff. But in this video I'll just be showing you guys how I got this really pretty blonde highlighted color. So I'm starting out on 1B here, and I'm just showing you guys how I sectioned off the front. So I made a middle part and then I made a triangle in the front, as you can see here, and I braided off that triangle section. So all the sections that are braided are what are going to be bleached. And so like I have the triangle in the front, then I skipped some hair and I'm going to leave that black. Then I made another little section, braided that up, I'm going to bleach that. Then I skipped some more, which is going to be left black, and another braid in the back, and I did that on the other side of the middle part as well, just so it would be symmetrical, like the look, the bleaching, the blonde streaks, whatever, would be symmetrical in the middle part. So yeah, I'm just doing like braids, then black, then braids, then black. Then for how I'm actually going to bleach it, I'm going to section the entire unit off. So I'm making two sections in the frontal, one on the left of the middle part and one on the right of the middle part. Twisting those off, and those will make my first two sections. Then in the back, I'm going to do three sections. So I'm doing one at the top, one in the middle, and then one at the back. I'm just going to leave the one in the back out since I'm going to start with that one first. This is the bleach that I'm using. It's L'Oreal Beach Baby Lights. I really like this bleach when I'm going blonde because it just doesn't have the same kind of undertones as like basic white or the blue bleach. I'm using 40 volume developer. I'm going to need gloves, 2 rat tail combs, and of course a mixing bowl. This is how thick I made my bleach, and you're also going to need foil paper. Okay, so for the highlights, I'm doing the bob and weave technique or whatever. So I'm taking smaller sections from that bigger section, and I'm going to use the end of my rat tail comb and just go like in and out in that section, as you can see here. Then I'm going to pull all the pieces that fall in front of the rat tail, pull those out and bleach those, and all the hair that was behind the rat tail are going to be left black. Just using some foil paper to speed up the process, and also just to make sure that like the hair stays separated. Using my brush, I'm going to distribute the bleach as evenly as possible, using my comb, my other rat tail comb, to comb through to make sure that it's, you know, there are no patches, no missed spots. Adding some more bleach, then I'm going to wrap it up in the foil. Please ignore that fly, but this is literally what I'm doing for all of these 3 sections in the back. Just the bob and weave motion, add bleach, comb through, add some more bleach, wrap in foil. And I'm doing that for, again, all 3 sections until I get up to the frontal. If you've made it thus far, please go ahead and click subscribe, because I know you're going to love this video. Okay, so when I get to the frontal, the only difference is the direction in which I part the hair. So for the hair in the back, I was parting it from like side to side, but now I'm parting it from front to back, like in the same direction as the middle part. Still doing the same bob and weave, still pulling out the hair in front, still bleaching those. The only other thing is that I do kind of blur the bleach at the roots. I'm not touching the roots exactly, but I'm just making sure that there's no big like contrast, that there's no line of demarcation. So I'm kind of blurring the top so it has like a nice ombre gradient effect. So just showing you here how I parted the hair in the frontal, but I'm still doing the same bob and weave bleaching technique. Now when I get to those braids, I'm just going to literally bleach only the hair that I had braided. So those black sections that are beside the braids are going to stay black. I'm not going to do any bob and weave for those sections. I'm just going to leave them black. So I'm bleaching the braid that's on like the left side of the middle part. Then I'm going to bleach the one that's at the front, then the right side, then the one at the back. Okay, so this is how it looks once it's all done. It took me like 3.5 hours to do this, and I'm going to let it sit for, I put 45 minutes, but I think I let it sit for 1:45. I'm really lucky that the hair didn't just burn up. But yeah, this is how it looks after that first round of bleaching. You can see all the dimensions starting to peek through, and it looks really good as is. If you want to stop hair, then you definitely can, but I wanted to add some lighter streaks or patches, especially to that front section. So I didn't like how that front section looked. I wanted it to be lighter than the rest of the hair in the frontal, so I parted off some smaller pieces out of what would have been that first braid at the front and just bleach those lighter. So still using the same 40 volume developer, still using the same bleach and all that. I'm just going to add some lighter pieces. I'm not doing any bob and weave motion here. I'm literally doing like the most random like technique. I'm just looking at it and swiping my brush through it wherever I look, and I'm like, okay, I can do one here, I can do one here, I can do one here. That's just where I'm doing it. I'm not doing any necessarily in the front, it's more so in the back and the ends, and I'm like opening up the wig to get add lighter streaks to the inside, so it's not just on the top. But you can see here, it's really random. I promise there's no technique to it. Do whatever your heart tells you to do. I guess you can do them as big as you want or as small as you want. I would recommend just varying how big the streaks are and adding some just to the ends, adding some from the root to the ends, but just do whatever your heart desires. And I'm really just going until I run out of bleach. And then what I did with the last bit of bleach that I had was I just wiped it through my hands or on my gloves, and then just spread that on the end of the wig just so the ends would be a little lighter. And I'm using a brush to brush it through to make sure there are no patches and it's all smooth and pretty. Then I'm going to put it in a garbage bag because I didn't feel like using anything else. And I think I let that sit for 1:45 again, and this is how it looks before I rinse. Now the last thing I'm going to do to this wig is tone it. I just used some hot water and purple shampoo, and I let that sit for 1 hour, rinse it out, and yeah. This is how the hair looks once I'm done all bleaching, and I'm just going to flat iron it, style it up, I already plucked the frontal, but I didn't include it in this video, but I did film it. So if you want me to post how I pluck this frontal and all other frontals that I do pluck, then go ahead and let me know in the description box down below, or give this video a thumbs up and I will go ahead and post it. This wig came out so cute, and it really was not a hard process at all. You can definitely try it yourself, but if you feel like you can't do it and you want me, a professional, well, not a professional, but if you want me to do it for you, then you can hit me up at HairSnstn on Instagram. The name is always in the description box, and we supply the hair as well as make your custom wigs for you. This hair is from HairSnstn. It is the silky straight texture, and you can see just how smooth it is even after being bleached. I'm just adding some polisher spray to make sure that the flyaways stay down. I'm not using a hot comb through this, just to show you how flat the frontal gets on its own. This is the final unit, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you want me to add or make more wig making videos. I'm always making wigs, and I can definitely film it if you guys want to see. Please tag me if you do recreate this look, because I would love to see it on some other people. I'll also be installing this wig, so look out for that video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, a share, leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in my next one.